Today, the situation at the front remains complicated and tense. Despite significant losses, Russian troops continue to attempt to break through the Ukrainian defense. According to the Ukrainian Armed Forces headquarters, the situation is most tense at the Kurakhove and Pokrovske directions. In total, more than 70 combat engagements have taken place since the beginning of the day. Systematic, insidious attacks by enemy artillery and aviation along the border of Sumy and Chernihiv regions continue. Today, the areas of Studenok, Velyka Pysarivka, Novomykolayivka, Obody and Boyar-Lezhachi were hit by enemy artillery shelling from the territory of Russia. In addition, the enemy struck with guided aerial bombs at the areas of populated localities such as Yastrubshchyna, Komarivka, Studenok, and Melyachyha, dropping a total of 14 aerial bombs. According to current information, the defense forces destroyed 2 Russian fighter jets, a MiG-29 and a Su-27, in this area. The enemy was not prepared for such losses. The enemy also does not forget to strike at its own territory. So according to available information, today the enemy carried out 6 airstrikes on the Kursk region using 7 air bombs. Russian troops are pursuing a tactic of total destruction of infrastructure, shelling both Ukrainian and Russian territories in the combat zone. This strategy resembles scorching the earth, when not only military objectives are targeted, but also civilian buildings, including residential buildings, schools, hospitals, and other important facilities. These attacks often do not have a specific military objective, and as a result, entire cities become uninhabitable, turning into ruins. The destruction of infrastructure leads to significant humanitarian crises. Tens of thousands of people are left without housing, access to electricity, water, and medical services. Many residents are forced to evacuate or live in constant fear of new strikes. This strategy of warfare has catastrophic consequences for the local population and long-term destabilization of the regions, as the restoration of these territories will require huge resources and time. Also in the Kharkiv sector, Russian occupants twice tried to storm the defensive lines of the Ukrainian army near Vovchansk, and Ukrainian troops repelled the Russian attacks. In the Kupyansk sector, the enemy is actively deploying its troops to seize territory. Today, it has actively attacked the positions of Ukrainian troops 6 times in the vicinity of Sinkivka, Novomykolayivka, Plushkivka, Melyachyha, and Lozova. Ukrainian soldiers are steadfastly holding the line. 4 firefights are still ongoing. The situation is under control. In the Lyman sector, the invading army launched 6 attacks on Ukrainian positions near Kharkiv, Melyachyha, Nevsky, and Novosadov. 4 engagements ended, 2 more are ongoing. In the Kramatorsk sector, the invaders carried out 3 assault actions with the support of army aviation towards the positions of our troops near Komarivka and Stupka. All attacks were repelled. In the Toretsk sector, the Russians tried to force Ukrainian troops out of their positions near Toretsk, Shcherbinevka, and New York, where the defense forces repelled 2 attacks, and 3 firefights are still ongoing. The occupants are actively using aviation in this area. In particular, the areas of Druzhba, Berestka, and Kostiantynivka are being bombed. Since the beginning of the day in the Pokrovsk sector, the enemy has already made 19 attempts to push our defenders from their positions in the areas of Vozdvizhenka, Novotoretsk, Mykolaiivka, Hrodivka, Lysivka, Krutyi Yar, and Novotoretsk. The defense forces are holding back the onslaught and have repelled 15 enemy attacks so far, with 4 attacks continuing. The enemy's losses are being clarified. Fighting continues near Tsukurino, Heorhivka, Kostiantynivka, and Katarinivka in the Kurakhove sector. According to the updated information, 13 attacks of the occupation army have been repelled so far. 4 attacks are ongoing. In the Vremivsk sector, Ukrainian troops repelled 5 attacks in the direction of Uladar, Bohoyavlenka, Vodian, and Kurakhove. 3 more attacks are ongoing, and the enemy has not succeeded in advancing. In the Velyka and Kurakhove directions, the occupiers made one unsuccessful attempt to attack Ukrainian units near Novomykolayivka and Melyachyha. In the Pokrovsk sector, the enemy tried twice unsuccessfully to drive Ukrainian troops from their positions. Well, dear friends, that's all for now. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the latest developments. This video was prepared by Hustler. See you soon.